but the sound before the fury of those who are oppressed.
Oppressed people's nation. I'm holding it for the people.
Now, when you seen did you ever see the tape?
Yeah, I saw it on bits and pieces on TV.
Okay, did it look like Joaquin?
Not to me. I mean, it was a different stature, you know, than Joaquin's, you know.
Because, you know, one thing about us women, we know our men.
That's right.
That's why you can't, you know, we know our men. We can see you from a distance. It's a certain way you walk that I know that that's you. You see what I'm saying? Your gait. Everybody got their own stride. It might not be something that is a big thing, but every individual got their own little swagger till they walk.
Excuse me, Ms. Brown. And matter of fact, the video was so blurred that during the court proceedings, nobody could see anything to tell who anybody was, but they still used it as evidence.
Now, I have heard, because, you know, I've been, you know, I'm always in the community, and, you know, I'm really proud of you. I want to say this to you and your fiance. I'm really proud of you guys, and the reason why I'm proud of you guys, you came with the issue about your nephew, okay? But you guys have stepped up in such a way of being community activists that we as community activists that are in the organization that you guys have now became, this here is something that everybody is committed to getting it out here about Joaquin Hicks and the injustice that has occurred to this young man. But go ahead and continue.
Because you know what? Just like it happened to Joaquin,
right.
It could be your son, it could be your daughter, it could be your brother. This can happen to anybody. An innocent person gets sentenced to 61 years to life for a crime they don't even know anything about. That just goes to show you we are still living in slavery times. Because I call it a modern day lynching. The corruption of the cops, the detectives. I mean, they had to trump up all this evidence because there's no way he was there. He wasn't there.
Now, I want to hit you with a cold fact that they tried to use against him, if I ain't mistaken. What happened to the barmaid that was at the bar?
Okay.
That was serving the drinks?
They had the barmaid. Her name was Jackie Mancuso.
Okay.
She actually testified on the witness stand that the guy was not, that Joaquin was not the guy that was in the bar. She said it was not him.
Now, so she was actually put on the stand and they didn't, no one paid attention to her credibility? Was it her credibility because was it that she was black?
No, she was white. I mean,
she was white?
Yeah, she was white.
Okay.
We didn't know her. She didn't know us. We never seen her before. She never seen us before, so they like she had a reason to lie. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I think the jury lost this way. Because it's like the jury didn't believe anything that the defense said, but they believed everything the prosecution said.
What was the racial makeup? Excuse me. Can I ask a question?
No, dog. This is my show.
Okay, they hired that.
But now, my next question is, when you had this here trial, is that where you going? No. Your jury, how many jurors were black? How many jurors were white?
Right.
Well, I think in the beginning it was like 3 black and 9 white. But then, just like I said that morning when they called Joaquin up, when they planted the blade under the table, they were dismissing one of the black ladies because they said something happened to her husband. He was sick or ill or something or whatever. So they dismissed her, and in the end, it was only 2 blacks left on the jury.
Now, you know, how is Joaquin actually taking this?
I mean,
how old is he?
He turned 30 on May 24th, 2010.
Okay.
So, I mean, can you just imagine, can you just imagine you being sentenced to 61 years to life for a crime you don't know nothing about? I mean, can you just imagine? So that's what I tell people. Just imagine how you would feel. I mean, of course it's driving him crazy. It's driving me crazy. Because I know for a fact that he was at my house. I mean, he was not there. So sometimes I think I need psychological help too, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just crazy. How could this be happening in 2010 with all the modern technology they got? They could have checked the phone records, they got towers to tell where the call came from, to see what house you in. I mean, everything is just ludicrous.
Now, at one point, I could have heard the word on the streets was he might not have been there. It was a conspiracy from jail. That he might have known. I'm just asking.
Oh, that he
Where-
might have known the guys.
Right, that he might have known the guys that actually killed the man. And
Okay,
come on, give me some feedback. But see, my people, they out there, they got questions, and they can't ask them. So I gotta get them where at least they have some foundation. They don't need to be wondering. This is your time to put out here Joaquin's side up.
Okay, it's like this.
Answer
There was
that.
one guy was on the news. Okay, I can tell you the perpetrators of the crime. It was Cornelius King, his brother Raphael King, and his brother Perry King, plus their cousin Reginald Day. Those are the 4 guys that did the crime. Okay.
Okay.
Now, Reginald Day, when Joaquin did the 10 years, he was in Richmond, Ohio. Now, this guy Reginald Day was also in Richland Correctional Institution.
Okay.
But that is a big facility. Just because 2 people in the same facility does not mean they know each other.
Right.
Does not mean they had to correspond with each other. Because Joaquin didn't know him and he didn't know Joaquin. Even
Right.
though they were in the same facility. So that's how we got out that, I guess you're saying that he arranged it from jail or something. but-
Right, that it might have
That's-
been.
that's-
That was the that's why I said let's talk to the family.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Let's get the
That-
direct
it didn't happen,
facts,
nothing like that.
so that if it's out there, we can clear it up.
And
You
then
know
on
what I'm
the
saying?
news, when they were sentencing Reginald Day,
Mm-hmm.
Judge Gall, who was the judge presiding over the case, actually asked Reginald Day, was Joaquin at Scorchers or something? And it's like he put his head down and like somebody kicked him, like straighten up and tell you a lie, and asked him, did he know Joaquin? And he said he seen him throughout the facility. Now, just because you see a person throughout the facility does not mean you know them. So that was that.
Now I remember another witness that came up, and all of a sudden seemed like he might have pointed out the wrong man too. The plain dealer.
Okay, the guy's name is Dan Donaldson. He was
Okay.
at the bar that night. He was at Scorchers. He knew the victims who got killed. Him and his sister or whoever, they were having a party. They were all friends.
Okay.
And he in the picture lineup, I guess he picked out Joaquin's picture. They got an X and stuff by it, so anybody will pick out that picture. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Right.
it's construed. Pick out this picture, okay?
Right.
So they gave him a live lineup that Joaquin was standing in. He did not pick Joaquin. He picked somebody else. So I mean, how could his testimony be credible? Picking somebody in a live lineup, he should have been going to jail. You know what I'm saying? That's just ridiculous. The whole case is just ridiculous.
Right. So the key for us as the community is for you guys to come and give us updates. And when there's a trial, you need to come in, try to get in. The nation to come in this on a Saturday, try to get in so we can get it out there. We can get y'all some supporters, and we can also push your donations, because anytime you're in jail, the family, the person that's incarcerated, you need some funds. So that's one thing that 61 years is woo. I got a son myself, so I can relate to that. I got friends, male friends. I deal with a lot of activists. I can relate to that we have to, as a community, take a stand. And at some point, we have to be the ones that weigh in on the scales of justice and say, we're going to put the word out.
That's right.
The word of mouth is one of the most powerful things. It's kind of like prostitution. It's one of the oldest professions. And word of mouth is one of the most effective techniques of getting a message out there. You look at it, even though in modern day everything is all about visual, right? Well, what happens when you close your eyes? You think about the words that you heard earlier that day. So word of mouth is important. What can we do as a community? I was at a meeting. Didn't you have a petition that wasn't it something that you had people signing?
Okay. Yeah.
How can people contact you to sign? Like folks that's out there looking at us, how can they contact you to sign this petition for this injustice that has occurred to your nephew?
Okay.
Give them a contact number.
My contact number is 216-548-3884. And also, I'll give you another contact number. His father's number is Larry Hicks, 206-9393.
How is his father doing?
Well, I'm saying, we all in limbo, just like Joaquin. It's like it just has disrupted all of our lives, It's like we don't live a normal life anymore, It's like we're just out here fighting to set this boy free because he's innocent. He didn't do a thing. And help anybody else in similar situations. That's what we all about. Because there's so much corruption in this world, it just needs to get an end put to this. We have to, as people, have to stand together and just not let them do us any kind of way. We have to put an end to this. So I'm fighting for any cause, all causes.
Okay, if there was one thing right now that you could say to Joaquin, your nephew, what would it be?
It'll be Joaquin, keep the faith, be strong, and stay in your Bible, because you will be set free. That is my word.
Right on.
All right, and this has been Nation Talk, and that was Denise Taylor talking about Joaquin Hicks, and we will free Joaquin. We will not let 61, Joaquin, we will not let 61 years stand on the books, and we not stand behind this young man. This is Nation Talk. This is Sister Brown. I'll catch you at the next episode. Holla if you hear me.
Free Joaquin Hicks.
Free Joaquin. Alrighty.
Free Joaquin.
You cannot adjust the truth. If everybody's saying the same thing and the truth holds its weight, then how can we make this up?
He's innocent. 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 He's innocent.
We are here today in behalf of Joaquin Hicks, rallying for Joaquin Hicks. This is not only the first one, and we will not stand down until some justice has been served for Joaquin Hicks. And not only Joaquin Hicks, but also the other innocent brothers and sisters that's incarcerated.